Hi, this is Dr. Will Clower. I got a call from Men's Health magazine, and I'm going to be in an upcoming issue, which is great. We got to talking about, they wanted to know from me about the French and the Mediterranean diet and food and attitudes around food, and wine came up. And it's interesting with the wine. It's interesting with the wine. The French people, I mean, they're famous for it, right? But listen to these days. I mean, this comes from the article. This isn't published yet. Can I say this? Whatever. What's the worst that can happen? So I'm just going to read you this ahead of the print of the article. In 2007, the average Frenchman consumed over 50 liters of wine, according to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. Even so, 77% fewer French males reported drinking heavily. That heavily means 5 or more drinks at a sitting over a 2-week period. 77% fewer French males reported drinking heavily as compared to American men. This is according to the Institute of Alcohol Studies. In other words, they have it around, but they don't abuse it like we do. Why is that? What I said in this article, and what I believe, is that the reason why is because of how we think about our wine. And our culture presets this behavior for us. It drives the behavior. How? Well, in our culture, we believe wine is the sum of its pharmacological properties. It is a drug. That glass is an intoxicant. That's what we say. That's the way we look at it. It's a drug. So if somebody were to ask you, you're going to have lunch, are you going to have an intoxicant with your lunch? You would go, well, no, I have to go back to work. But in other cultures, they don't think about it that way. They think about it completely different. They see it as a food. It's a food. If you went to Italy and said, you're not going to have wine, you're not going to drink with your lunch, are you? They would say, well, yeah, I'm having food with my lunch. Why wouldn't I have wine with my lunch? It's a food. Duh. The thing that makes this interesting is that the way you, as a culture, me and you, in our culture, the way we think about things drives our behavior, and we don't even know what's happening. We're getting our buttons pushed, and we don't even realize it. This happens all the time in the way we think about our weight, our health, how we eat, when we eat, how often we eat, whether we rely on science or culture and tradition to drive our actions and make our decisions for us. Those are all culturally derived, and you don't even know what's happening. I mean, when I lived in France, I ate lunch at the neurological hospital every day. There, this is the doctors, over lunch, there's a cask of wine, free refills on the wine over lunch for the doctors. Well, that just tilts the Baptist brain right off the pier. I never saw anybody messy. I never saw anybody going back for seconds, because for them, the way they think about it is that wine is a food. Me and you, we look at it like a drug. What I'm saying is that we don't have to look at it like a drug just because everybody around us does. We don't have to gobble our food just because everybody around us does. That's just our culture. We don't have to think something's better just because there's more of it. That's just our culture telling us that. And on and on and on and on. So, for my money, wine's a food. It's not a drug. It goes with your meal. Have it in control. You get all the health benefits, and you don't overconsume it. It's not about abstinence. It's about responsibility. That's the bottom line. If you guys have questions, thoughts, throw in your 2 cents. Respond here. You can reach me at info@willclower.com. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.